Your actions reflect the denomination you think in. And your actions, the actions that you take inside your technology, reflect the denomination that you think in. You know why some of the agencies that are on here are 50,000 or 500,000 revenue insurance agencies, and some of them are 50,000 revenue insurance agencies, even though they've been around the exact same amount of time? It's because of the denomination that they think in, the actions that they take, the way they set up their training, the way they set up their KPIs, the way they hire their staff reflect the denomination that you think in. So that means if you think that a $5 or $10 rate increase on a customer's policy is a big deal, then you're going to do $5 and $10 tasks, right? Your calendar is going to be filled with $5 and $10 tasks, or not filled at all. It's going to be all personal stuff, right? I got to go to the doctor. I got to go do this. got this problem. I got my lights turned off because I didn't pay my bill on time because I didn't do that. I mean, all those things that just rob you of your time. Same thing with your technology. A lot of agents will go out and buy all this fancy technology and have no clue how to use it, have no clue how to turn it on. They don't know what buttons make money and what buttons waste time. And we don't want to do that. So I want to start the whole workshop with that mentality. We're going to teach you the actions. We're going to teach you the technology. We're going to teach you the processes that will allow you to grow to a 10 million revenue agency. But I can't change your mentality. All I can do is put you in front of the water, but it's up to you to drink from the well. So I want to start with that particular thought. Another thing about me is I'm very, very simple. If I can't explain it using numbers, it's just too damn complicated. That's how I feel about it. If I can't say 4 of this, 5 of this, do this 5 times, do this 3 times, it's just too complicated. So, and I don't want to make things complicated. So I want to make it very simple. I'm going to start with a really, really big number. There are millions of songs throughout the world, but there are only 12 musical notes. No matter where you go in the world, there are only 12 recognized musical notes. So that means that there are variations of those 12 notes. Some are sped up, some are slowed down, some are played on this type of instrument, some are played on no instrument, some are sung, some are hummed, some, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, there are 12 recognized musical notes. So all that beautiful classical music, 12 notes. All the country music that we like, 12 notes. Hip hop, 12 notes. R&B, jazz, doesn't matter, 12 notes. Why am I stressing that? Because there are thousands of insurance agents, right? Hundreds of thousands. But there are only 23 core processes. So guys, I'm not here to tell you that you're doing something wrong. I'm not here to tell you that country music is better than hip hop, or that hip hop is better than classical, or that classical is better than cultural music. I'm not here to tell you any of that. What I'm here to tell you is that there are variations that you can use in your business. So don't get caught up in am I right or wrong? Get caught up in is the variation right? We have one primary job as an insurance agent, and that's to offer the coverage that best protects a customer's quality of life should they ever have to file a claim. It is not our job to find the cheapest insurance. It is not our job to make you feel warm and cozy. It is not our job to make you walk out the door and feel better than you did when you walked in the door. In fact, that's why we don't do our jobs a lot of times, because we're so caught up in the emotion. We have one job: offer the coverage that best protects a customer's quality of life should they ever have to file a claim. And everything we do should start with that and end with that. So that's our number one. There are 5 main issues that I hear within the insurance industry. The 5 that you voted on: lack of good staff, lack of good technology or technology use, lack of leads, lack of effective processes, and I hear about carrier rates, but I don't get caught up in carrier rates because that's not our job. The carrier decides their rates. Our job is to offer the coverage, and the customer decides what they want to pay for. Here's what I'll tell you about lack of good staff. I run into great staff all the time that quit agencies. I run into great staff all the time that feels bottlenecked, that they don't feel like great staff. because the agency is not set up to nurture great staff. There's no training, there's no onboarding, there's no continuation of accountability, there's no discipline. You're given a desk and you're told, go for it. And because there are no processes, they have to figure out on their own. And as long as they're doing it on their own and there are no mistakes, everything's all wonderful. But then the moment there's a mistake, the agent wants to, jump up and down on the desk. And it's like, excuse me, Mr. and Mrs. Agent, did you ever teach your staff a process? Did your staff somehow break the law because they did something different than what you told them? No, because you never told them anything. So guys, I'm not buying the lack of good staff. I throw it back on the agency. I think there's a lack of good agency processes that develop good staff. Okay. Then there's lack of good technology use. Again, the denomination you think in. If you don't know what button to push to make money, if you don't know what your agency tool does, if you have no clue how this really benefits the agency, then you can't say that your technology sucks. It always goes back to processes, right? Can't say your technology sucks. Lack of leads. Well, a lot of you have been buying leads for years. For years, you have thousands and thousands of quoted not sold, thousands of former customers, thousands of people that have called in to try to get a quote and you never got back to them. But you keep buying new stuff every single day. Why? Because you don't have a process. It always wraps into process, right? So I'm not buying, if you're an existing agency, that there's a lack of leads. There may be a lack of hot leads, but I'm not buying that there's a lack of leads. Lack of effective processes. This is the number one problem in most agencies. They don't have an effective process or the effective processes that it takes to grow that agency. So of course, if you don't have effective processes, you think every single customer, right? The loss of one customer is going to somehow destroy your agency. So you are worried about carrier rates because you can't afford to lose that one customer because you don't have the processes to get any new customers. You don't have the processes to retain any of the customers that you currently have. You don't have any of the processes to make things work. So your implementation is horrible. Guys, there are 6 ways an insurance agency makes money. Again, let's keep things simple. Put it in numbers. 6 ways an insurance agency makes money. New policy sales, meaning not cross-selling existing customers, but actually going out and find brand new policies. New policies for existing customers. So I have a customer, I have an auto, but now I'm selling a home, an umbrella, something like that. So it's new policies for existing customers. Increasing coverage limits on existing customers. Maybe you have 100, 300, and I bumped you up to 250, 500. Maybe you have 100,000 liability, and I bumped you up to 300,000 liability. Then there's retention. Can I hold on to you? Can I resist, or can you resist the pull of all the marketing and everything that's out there? Am I a good enough agent that there's no other agent that can make me look bad? Maybe they have a cheaper price for whatever reason, but they can't make me look bad. And that's what I want. That's how you really get your retention strong. Then there are broker fees, depending on if you're one of those agencies that charge broker fees. Or there's profit sharing or bonuses. If you're captive, you're probably getting a bonus. If you're independent, you're profit sharing. These are the 6 ways we make money in insurance, which means that we need to maximize the 6 ways that we make money in insurance. And if we're not putting processes and technique and implementation and things in place to maximize those 6 ways, then we're probably living on 1 or 2 ways. And I run into agencies all the time and I'll start looking at, hey, there's 6 ways to make money. How many ways is your agency making money? 1 way, 2 ways, maybe 3 ways. Well, no wonder you're struggling. No wonder you're stressed out. No wonder you feel like you don't have money to afford staff. You're not even maximizing all the ways that you can make money. So we want to make sure that over the next 3 days, we are really bringing that out. There are 4 types of insurance shoppers: self-purchase, self-service, self-purchase, professional service, professional purchase, self-service, and the professional purchase, professional service. See, I'm hearing all this. The insurance industry is changing, and all these technology companies are coming into my, we're going to disrupt the insurance industry. We're going to make a change to the insurance industry. We're going to blow the insurance industry out of the water. And there are agents going around going, oh my God, I don't know if agents are going to be necessary in the next 5 years. Guys, it's all crap. Calm down. It's not that the insurance industry is changing. It's that the insurance consumer has more options. So before, Professional purchase and professional service was the only option. I had to call the agency, and then I had to sit there on the phone with Judy for 25 minutes while she gathered all my information, and then she put it in the system, and then she got back to me 2 days later, and this is how the insurance industry worked. And then other companies came in and said, wait a minute, why can't we do something that allows our customers to self-service instead of calling Judy all the time? So then we came up with mobile apps, right? We came up with online portals. And then someone came in and said, well, wait a minute. Why can't we do something that allows the customer to purchase the insurance on their own, and then the agency follow up and service the policy? And that's where we went to self-purchase professional service, right? And it's always, even the ones that buy self-purchase, there's always professional service, because let them have a problem. The moment they have a problem, they want to talk to somebody. They don't want to talk to a chatbot. They don't want to go online and look at the support tickets. And no, I want to talk to a person. I got a problem. So at some point, it always comes back to professional service. And then there's self-purchase, self-service. People that say, I'm just buying a renter's policy, right? So I'll just buy it online, and I'll be okay. I don't need you to call me. I don't need you to talk to me. Or maybe I'm buying a BOP, a business owner's policy, really low-level business owner policy. So I can do self-purchase, self-service. But these are the four primary types of insurance shoppers today. And the smart agencies are the ones that are maximizing all four. They're not just sitting there going, you're either going to call my agency or email me, and Judy's going to talk to you, and that's the end of it. That's the only option we have. No, the smart agencies are looking at all four primary types of insurance shoppers, and they're building platforms and portals and other things that allow that particular type of insurance shopper to still do business with their agency. So Geico and all that, they started in the whole self-purchase, self-service, self-purchase, professional service realm. But if you notice now, Geico is going to neighborhood offices, because at some point when people have a real problem or they want a really involved insurance policy, they don't want a self-service. They want professional service. They want a professional conversation. So again, agents, calm down. Only thing that's happening in our industry is that we're offering customers more options. Okay, that's the big disruption that's in our industry. We have 6 best insurance prospects. So all that marketing, everything that we do is still focused on our 6 best insurance prospects. Current customers, referrals and testimonials from partners, business partners like other non-competing insurance agents and life agents and mortgage brokers and folks that are sending you business. So referrals and testimonials. Actively interested prospects. These are people that are going out to your website, that are going out on Google, that are out on Facebook, that are out asking in forums, that are actually doing we're doing pay-per-click, but they're clicking on the links that we're putting out there, and they're getting a quote. So actively interested prospects. They also show up to conferences. They show up to webinars. They show up to conference calls, right? Former customers, people that left you in the past for whatever reason. Quoted, not sold prospects. Like I said earlier, you've got thousands of people that you quoted and didn't sell. You got thousands of people that have left you. What are you doing with that information? And then you have a possible upcoming need. Meaning maybe my kid's getting ready to go off to college, so I need renter's insurance. Maybe I just got married, so now I need life insurance. Or I just got married, so we're splitting our policies right now. She has one agent, I have one agent. We want to combine those policies into one agency. So possible upcoming need, just moved, just got a promotion, just relocated to a new area. These are your 6 best insurance prospects. This is it. And all the marketing and all the fancy stuff that you see and everything that's out there is trying to attract the 6 best insurance prospects. These are the 8 main areas of insurance agency operations. You have marketing and prospecting, quoting and data entry, sales, service, claims, retention, billing and accounting, and then admin and admin support. In an agency, maybe you're a one-person shop and you're doing all 8 areas of this, which makes you feel like you don't have enough time in the day to get everything done. Well, you may not, because if you're not time blocking, if you're not segmenting, if you're not doing all those things that you're supposed to be doing, then you may not have all the time to get everything done. But again, nobody I know has more than 24 hours. That means you have to break down and do your time management. So when we start talking about time management and putting your day in order, these are the 8 things that we're going to make sure they have a place for. Remember I said there are millions of songs made on 12 notes? Well, we know that there are 23 core insurance agency processes, right? I'm not going to go all 23, but we know that there are 23. We've broken it down. Insurance provides 3 pots of money to our customers. This is what we sell as insurance agents. 3 pots of money. Money that's paid directly to the insured, their family, or their employees. Money that is paid to others on behalf of the insured, and then money to repair or replace the items that we choose to cover with insurance. So when we look at a coverage, if we can automatically put it in the right pot, then we'll be better able to explain to our customers what we actually provide. A lot of times your customers will leave you because they don't really understand what you provide. A lot of times we won't close a sale because we can't make that customer understand the value of what we provided. All things being equal, right? All things being equal, price is the go-to. So if I have 2 apples, 2 big red apples, one costs 50 cents and one costs 40 cents, and I have no further information that tells me why one is better than the other, I'm going to go with the cheapest apple. I'm going to go with the 40-cent apple. Now, when you start telling me, well, a nickel of this goes to a women's battered women's shelter. This apple was grown on organic here in the United States by a farmer that, supports the country. This apple was grown with special non-toxic fertilizer, whatever. You've now given me enough information that these are no longer equal. They may look the same, but I have enough information to know that they're no longer equal. So now I have to make a value decision versus just making a decision on basic information that I have. Guys, this is what this implementation workshop is all about. It's going to teach you how to use your tools, how to use your technology, how to use your conversations, how to use all the different things that you have at your disposal so that you're not comparing 2 red apples. You're comparing this amazing apple with this average apple, but they just happen to look the same on the surface. That's what we're going to make sure that you guys have out here.